Hi, I'm Sean Newman and I just want to give some tips to anyone who's selling on how to avoid any nasty surprises when you're selling your property. So if you've got an older property, I would recommend getting some quotes done and getting things checked so that when the buyers get their survey done, you're not surprised with any things that come up at a later date. Or the buyers may be asking some questions, or their solicitors may be asking some questions about your property. So the first thing, make sure there's no damp. Get a damp report done, or if you've got certificates, dig out the certificates. The same applies with timber. If you've had the timber treated for beetle infestation, get the certificates. If you can't find the certificates, certainly get another report. The damp and timber reports can be done for free, and it'll be really useful to show a buyer to prove that there's no damp problems, no timber problems, and that will give them peace of mind as well. Also, the electrics. Make sure you get the electrics checked. You can get a certificate, get a local electrician to come around and confirm everything's okay there. And also the boiler. Has your boiler been serviced? If not, you might want to get that checked. Again, proves to the buyer that the boiler is okay. And then another one, which sometimes people don't think about, is the drains. So you can get your drains checked. That might cost some money. I do know someone who was recently got their drains checked before putting the property on the market, and they found there was £4,000 worth of work that needed to be done. Luckily, it was covered under their insurance. They got the work done and got a certificate, so it meant that they could show the buyers that there was no problems with the drains. Another thing to check is the roof. Get a roof report, get a builder around there, and he can confirm that the roof is okay. And then if you've got double glazing, make sure you've got some certificates for that. Now, this will avoid a lot of nasty surprises at a later date. If you can check these things, show the buyers. What you don't want is to wait until you found a buyer, the buyer gets a survey, and then the surveyor asks for a report. The surveyors will always be asking for these things. After they say, get the electrics checked, get the boiler checked, get the drains checked, get the roof checked, and then they'll get these quotes done, which will take time and cause delays. And then you think you're going to be exchanging contracts next week, and then the buyer says, oh, there's a whole load of electrics that needs doing, or there's a problem with the drains. I want to reduce my offer by £2,000 or £5,000. And then at the last minute, you're over the barrel really, because they're saying, if you don't reduce the price, we're going to pull out. And then you're really, really stuck. And if you get these things done at the beginning, before you find a buyer, and you can show the buyer these things need doing, or if there is some damp, you can either get that work done before, or you can say to the buyer, look, there is some damp, it's going to cost £500 or £1,000 to get done, and they can take that into consideration when they make their offer, and then so they won't be able to come back and renegotiate at the last minute. So, quick tip to avoid any nasty surprises, any delays, any problems with the sale. Get all these things checked early on, and you can show the buyers that the house is in good condition, or let them know if any work does need doing, and then once you've sold the property and you've got a buyer, it should go through very, very smoothly. Hope you found that useful. If you need any tips on selling, feel free to get in touch. We look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.